Hey everybody, Wardrobe here, and we got ASL Journal issue 14. I did not get 13, but I did pick up 14 because it's got a historical ASL, HASL scenario pack in it, which is pretty cool. So I don't always get the journals, though they seem like they're all very good with a lot of great information just about playing the game and replays and things like that. So we'll just take a skim through this and all the stuff that comes in it. Well, I can tell you what it comes with. It comes with a 56-page magazine, 24 ASL scenarios, J223 through 246, 4 Chapter Z rules pages, of which 3 are rules and 1 is a map, and 122 and a quarter by 32 Sparrow Force historical ASL map. So this is the Aussie special edition, as you can see, and the main kind of leader contributor of it is Andy Rogers. So you can see the contents of the magazine here. I'll just stay on it for a second. Basically, and what I've done, I've just skimmed a few things in it. So I've not read the whole thing. This is not a review of it. It's just kind of let you see what's in it, see if you want to order it. It just got released. But basically, let me get his name again. I keep forgetting his name. Andy Rogers, I believe. How about if I turn to the right page? Yeah, Andy Rogers. So he did the Hatton and Flames. He and a crew from Aussie and New Zealand, so the Down Under crew, who apparently have created a ton of scenarios over the years. And there's a bunch of, I think he said 200 scenarios about that. Those guys involved. They didn't do them all, but in the system, that's a lot. And I think all of these, all the scenarios in here, are created by Down Under dudes. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, but he also did a Hat and Flame, so he does a little bit of a looking back on that, and you can see all the contents here. So, kind of just talks about some Aussie and Kiwi stories here, and his Hat and Flames experience. Some of the heroes I didn't realize, so I started to learn some stuff already here about a Kiwi, a New Zealand guy, and an Australian guy. Just the history of the units. The Maoris, I'm saying their name wrong, no doubt. Kind of the current state of them, what's happening there, his time in Afghanistan. We get a little bit of Crete from that example. All the while they are referencing scenarios out of here and scenarios out of other action packs and other journals and other things, which is kind of cool too. So if you have those, you know, you can get some more context behind those. Crete, of course, there is a very detailed replay of AP 161, which is Action Pack 161. I do not own this, but it's a fascinating thing to walk through. It'd be pretty laborious, but if you're learning the game, it might be an interesting thing to walk through and to do that. I mean, all the details, all the turns, everything that happens. 7 tournament play options out of this pack, so they're all like shorter ones. That's kind of a neat feature. Hatton and Flames Revisited, just kind of how to play the campaign game, what things to look out for, and all that. The history of the Mark IV in the war and kind of how it fought, shows it what happens against a Russian tank. Hatton and Flames kind of just talks about some of the other scenarios that take place from this pack in that, and I think others too. Yeah, there's Action Pack 2. So talks about some of the other Hatton and Flames scenarios, some of the history, and then the map genesis. So this, if you ever want to design a map, this kind of goes over that. I'm kind of purposely kind of blocking some of the stuff here, you know, so it's not, I'm not revealing everything. Sparrow Force, which is the early battle in Timor, which is down here, and just some of the highlights of it. Who you're fighting, who the units in it, Japanese paratroopers, which is interesting. And it's a 3-game campaign game. So it's pretty short, which is cool. And then some other scenarios, we'll see that in a minute. So just the West Timor, I'm unfamiliar with all this. How to set up a defense in the game day 3, which is pretty interesting. You know, kind of some more about the 17th Australian Infantry Brigade. A breakdown of one of the scenarios in Action Pack. So again, I don't have that. Just defense, numbers, things to look out for. Aussie and Kiwi Stories Part 2, so this kind of gets into the militia and some of the Kokoda Trail stuff. Again, referencing scenarios either in this one or in other packs. Just guys and history and all that, which is all stuff I'm not familiar with. Some thoughts on the mini campaign game, obviously not much. And then a bibliography and all the references, which is pretty impressive, actually. So, you know, and this is a part. So this is, for me, World War II is fascinating in that there's so much there's so much in World War II in the lore, to put it into game terms, and in the history of it. And I mean, I don't know anything about any of this stuff and all the people and all the things there are to learn about that in the context. And this is a little, very small promotion for their Twilight in the Reich. I'll zoom in on that for a second. You can kind of see what that's about. I'm not going to read it to you. Kind of the end of the war and, you know, kind of the desperate fighting and all that. And there's apparently some different German units coming in that. I don't know if that's a historical pack or not. Yeah, I'm not sure. So here are the scenarios. Again, I think what I'll do here is just kind of focus on this part so I'm not revealing everything there. So Latecomers takes place in France in 1940. You can see the boards and the maps it takes and some of the counters and all that. Two-sided, very thick. I mean, like you think you're missing a page. J224 posts 9/11, taking place 9 through 11, January 41 in Libya. At the feet of Zeus, J225 in Greece, 41. Drawing the Krur in Crete. So this has got overlays and just the maps and all that stuff. I don't really, it's cool that they have these, and to me this is what the majority of people play. So this should be interesting to most people, what they need for this and all that. And then here starts I think it's interesting they kind of break these up. I don't know why they didn't put these at the end or something, but there's probably some reasoning there. So this takes place on the map. This is campaign game day 1. For Flying Samurai, takes place on the map that we'll look at here in just a minute. So the historical map. I don't know why I air quoted that there. Australian, Japanese. The things you can, you know, I guess I can show this a little bit because you need the map to play it. But, well, actually, I guess, anyway. So it's got that kind of thing on it. It's got it for the Japanese as well. I've not played a whole lot of these yet, so I can't give you a lot of details there. 229, day 2, whole map. 8 turns, similar information for the Japanese. Oh, this is good. I can show the Japanese and not the British this time. Okay. Man, these are so thick. Oh, there we go. Okay. Battle for Babu. So now it's using the map, but just a part of it. So it's got the 3 campaign games, and then 4 other scenarios. Let's see if that's right. Oh, I'm sorry, that's campaign day 3. Oh, wow, okay, and it uses just part of the map. Now we've got Cooking Up a Storm. Now this is one. So that was the 3 campaign scenarios, and then 231 just takes place on part of the map. It's interesting that campaign day 3 just takes place on part. It's fairly beefy scenario. Oh, Aussie Spirit, 232, other side of the map. Rough Riders. Significant portion. I think it's like, well, what? I guess you just can't go down that part. Doesn't look too bad. There's a lot there going. And another one, Buckley's Chance. Little Japanese tank action. It's always the little bad boys there. 37 millimeter. So that is that, and then the rest are on just your normal boards, normal kind of scenario boards. 235, Irksome Rearguard in Papua New Guinea, I think. I don't know if it's called that then. Oh, that's a long 10 turns. That's a good old classic kind of long one. Deadly Dexter, 236 in New Guinea. Oh wait, is Papua New Guinea? Oh, that's interesting. Commandos at Kayapit, September of 43, New Guinea. There's also a Combat Commander Papua New Guinea pack, which I find interesting. Derek Show 238. Again, New Guinea 43. New Britain Shoot or Shovel 239 in 43. I think sometimes these might come with more scenarios, but they don't usually come with a map. And they usually come with a board too, I think, but the map is the board in this one. So if you're not interested in historical ASL at all, maybe this isn't for you, but there's still a ton of scenarios in here. France 44. Oh, that one was New Guinea 44. So getting later in the war in New Guinea. Courage of Cohen, Belgium, 17 December 44. American, German. Sore Thumbs, 43. January 45. Offendorf, France. Part of Operation Northwind. 17th Infantry, Armored Infantry Battalion, 12th Armored Division. Hey, there we go. I'm always looking for those. Interesting. So my grandpa was part of the 56th Armored Infantry Battalion of the 12th. Interesting. So 72 and 19 and RR 1 and 2. I don't know. I have to see if I have that stuff. That's cool. But I'm also not going to worry about it if I don't. So Bowden's Wood, January 45, 36th Infantry Division. Okay. Factory Fodder, Kettenhouse, France, 25th January 45. 42nd Infantry Division, American. And lastly, Loser Takes All 246, Soviet, German. A lot of three half maps. Hungary 45. Okay. Blank sheet of paper that always comes with everything. So it's, there you go. Of course, this. Let's show this first. So the Sparrow Force rules, but I mean it's 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And then, well, I mean, there's a nice small example of the map. But let's show the whole thing here. Guess I'll do it this way so the wording is correct. So there you go. Villages, palm trees, rivers, ravines, fords, and all the other lovely Pacific terrain. Let's kind of let you just look at it a little bit. Just look at it. Would you just look at that? The market. I'm going to actually turn the map, so let me zoom out. Even though the words will be sideways, I think we can kind of zoom in on. It's just fun to see some of the stuff here. So market, the other town, the police station. So there's a couple elevations on here. Not a whole lot though. It's pretty relatively flat, just very dense. So again, there's the map. Get you an idea what that is. That's Journal 14. That's pretty much all you need to see about that. I think it's pretty clear, pretty straightforward. If you have any interest in the area, any interest in the time or the era, the Aussies, what all the down under guys' contributions. Take a look and take a gander. I don't remember the price. It's on the website now, so go check it out. I like the historical maps. They just wraps me up more. I do like not all of them, but many of them have the bigger hexes, which is cool. Which is just nice. I mean, they're not big enough to like set them side by side, but at least it's a little big enough they're not really squunched on there together. So. All right, that's that. That's Journal 14. Hopefully that gives you enough information to help you decide if you want to get it. And go to the MMP site, or Second Chance Games, I believe, over in England has it, if that helps the Europeans get it better. So that's that. we'll look forward to talking to you next time. See ya.